Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the MTG Arena Run. We're going to be continuing our competitive constructed run. We didn't get, I wouldn't say we didn't get much done last time. We did go through one match, but man, that match was a big slugfest rather. Hold on. So, we're going to be continuing our tactical assault. Okay. So, let's get on it. So far so good with one win. We could use... I would be happy with at least 2 more wins. Pretty much validates the concept more or less. But let's see how well we do. I also would like to have some of the faster, more aggro matchups, but this will also be my first look at what the competitive constructed meta is. I get this feeling that best of one is one kind of meta. There's another kind of meta in the best of threes. Definitely keeping this one. Because we got action on 1 and 2. We just need one more mana for 3. Gonna start with the Healer's Hawk because this is probably... Actually not sure which one is more annoying between the two. Well, probably should have started with the Vanguard at that point. But I can play Sunhome Stalwart now at least. Ooh, Stalwart into Bugler. Yes, please. So at least I could kind of defend this point. This looks like a more aggro matchup. So I'm probably going to side out the Harpooners at this... No, it's not Harpooners. Side out the Healer's Hawks. Actually, it's looking like Sunhome Stalwart is a... Ooh, maybe not. Ooh, this is Green-Black Undergrowth. It's also... Let's pay attention to this one. This one's gonna be working around the grave. So okay. The next creature I play is gonna end up getting sacrificed. Probably wanna keep the so what do I keep then? No, just play the Vanguard. I'm gonna hold it back because I know he's gonna play Plague Crafter and he's gonna just sack Stitcher Supplier to it. My main goal, however... Oh, he's just going for the Branch Walker. So he's gonna hold back for as long as possible. Midnight Reaper 2. Wait, he didn't ditch the first one. So he's just offloading the graveyard. That's probably not gonna attack into the Sunhome Stalwart. Could use some more mana. Okay, maybe I do have to play the Bugler now. I would like to do a surprise seal away, but that's probably not gonna happen. Also a bit annoying that if I let this guy pump, he's not gonna get the Mentor trigger. It is what it is, I suppose. So I'm gonna just play Mentor of the Meek now. So he gains that. I'll swing with this guy. If he goes for the Plague Crap, let's see. He might go for the trade at least, I think. Also note that our opponent's kind of stalled out, but so did we. Opponent's is trying to keep his board presence intact. So he's going for the Midnight Reaper. Now he's going to send creatures in. And yes, I'm happy to oblige him actually. So, yep, he just loaded his grave even more. I could play Militia Bugler, draw a card. Still getting... Let's just do that. Let's start drawing into stuff. I need to see more of what our opponent's doing. So, I will take that. And pay 1. Could have used the mana. Healer's Hawk is fine. So, let's swing with the Vanguard. And with the Sunhome Stalwart. Basically, I'm gonna try to trade. Okay, he's now in a position where he wants to trade. Okay, so yeah, definitely killing the Carl Harpooner. So he's drawing into more cards. I think he needs it for lands. not 4 mana. Status statue. Also have to be careful, he might have a fine finality. Okay, definitely holding the seal away for that. He has an Izoni in the graveyard, so there's a potential that he has a second one. I have to assume that this is a stack list. So playing Healer's Hawk. Draw a card. Oh no, he's gonna kill it in response. Okay, so I don't get to draw a card. So that's a shame. So pass the turn. We are legitimately stuck on lands at least, but I'm just basically trying to convince our opponent to attack with Molder Hulk. My sideboard plan's gonna pretty much be the seal aways. I also... Let's hope he doesn't have enchantment removal. Well, the statue does count as enchantment removal, I suppose. Okay, so he's probably gonna kill this off with another necrotic wound, I suppose. I'm trying to see if I can bait as much removal as possible to clear the way with Lyra. Okay, so yeah, definitely take action. So attack with Healer's Hawk. So 4/4 at least, but necrotic wound is gonna be quite painful. So far we've been quite proactive. I do have to be careful of a big Lotlet Giant. That one will hit me for a lot, considering he's got... How many cards does he have in his graveyard? Oh, don't... Okay, he's getting his Oni back. He needs mana. I'm assuming he has the 2 lands in hand at this point. Golgari Raiders has haste. 9/9. That's big. It has haste, but doesn't have... Oh, it's holding it back. It's perfectly fine. So I could just load the board for Bear right now. So basically Militia Bugler into something small. I could just play Lyra Dawnbringer as is also. Let's check Fine Finality. It's -4/-4, okay. So I'm just gonna play this big one right now, see how it goes. So I'm trying to just grow the Pride Meat to catch up with Golgari Raiders. I guess the Healer's Hawk is keepable, but just have to remember he has Krull Harpooner, so it's not safe. I might want to play things like the Hazada Marshal first. Okay, that one is anticipated. So it's got a ton of insects. So I think I can safely take the 9 damage. So he's tapped out. So let's try the Militia Bugler for something. Let's get more gas. Okay, another Vanguard's good. Actually, another Vanguard's great. So we might be able to catch up there. Take action. There. Careful with the clicks. So sending in... I'm just sending in these 2. He needs... Now do take note, another Krull Harpooner will kill Lyra, so I can't assume that she's gonna last forever. At least our opponent can see at this point. Though he did have several cards in hand, maybe he didn't want to show it off. So I know he has some he has those kinds of tokens, so Settle the Wreckage comes in. Probably more seal aways. I think Conclave... I don't need Ixalan's Binding, I think. I could use another Conclave. Maybe not. I think the seal away might be more efficient. Kinjali's Sunwing would help out, actually. He was able to produce a ton of defenders there. So let's see, what would I drop? I drop 1 Sunhome Stalwart. Probably drop the 2 Sunhome Stalwarts. Drop a Healer's Hawk. I'm not gonna get aggressive enough the way he's playing, so I'm gonna drop the Hazada Marshals. Let's give that a try. So basically my deck is more or less tilted towards aggro, but every time I sideboard, I scale more towards control. So this one is an awfully slow hand. Our opponent's going first, and he has demonstrated the ability to play big cards. I guess this is okay, but I'm scared. Let's see if we can try draw Stitcher Supplier. So he's kind of aggro now. Ditches Ravenous Chupacabra, so that's okay. Then played Arch Araska last. That said, I could use a 2-drop. Opponent's not too fast right now, but the Memorial Folly is a very good tech. So I'm definitely playing Sunwing last. I'll try to play Benelish Marshall first. Probably gonna get eaten. It's probably thinking I've... So far he's only demonstrated Necrotic Wound and not much else. So I'm gonna just play the Marshall now. Expect it to die. No. He probably... If he keeps attacking with Stitcher Supplier, I'm actually gonna take... Okay, Play Crafter. There you go. So I think... He's also mono black at this point, so maybe... Sunwing is safe. Now I'll just play Leonin War Leader next. So this is probably a really bad keep. All my cards... I could... If he has a second Play Crafter, would ruin it. Nope, Chupacabra. Just as bad. So, yeah, this is a really bad keep on my part. Check creatures. He's got 1, 2. He did side in more removal. It's just kind of missing right now. So I could actually safely block with because of Moment of Triumph. Okay, there comes the Crawl Harpooner. Maybe. Attack. Sends the Play Crafter in. So block. Does he have a response? I think he has some sort of kill spell as a response. Necrotic Wound, -2, +2. Okay. So status quo. We just offed everything. So I got Mentor of the Meek, but not much else. I could play it, then just Tribunal the Chupacabra. I might actually wait a bit. Let me just remove it now. Actually, I'm gonna save it because I know he's waiting for bigger creatures like, say, Izoni and whatnot. He can also just... Oh, you can buy back now. Yeah, probably should have gone for it already. Yeah, I keep thinking that this costs 5 mana to trigger. That was a bit... Oops. So, yeah, take more damage like a boss. Yeah, that was a really slow keep. Ghostboar Shaman. I did side in some settles, so we might dodge a bullet here or there. Putting Memorial Folly back, he's going for the recursion play. Now, what can you recur? Plague Crafter is something he can recur. Another Ravenous Chupacabra. Guess I should just conclave it up now. At least it gives me another permanent, though I feel quite bad for doing it. So he actually has a recursion engine with the Glowspore Shamans too, so that's a scary thing. His best bet would... Okay, Golgari Raiders, X equals 3. So I'm still taking a ton of damage here. Probably gonna die next turn. Yeah, probably gonna die with out something like settle. Got City's Blessing, but I don't. I think that might be a little too late. Wait. I'm gonna sack the Vanguard. At least I don't lose the City's Blessing. I do have to deal with another health. Okay. Nah, settle. So I guess I'll play that to buy time. Pass the turn. So basically major defense. He can't at least wait, no, he can. He's just not doing it. So I need to block. I need to block this one. I need to take this one out. Yeah, he's probably gonna. He's now gonna probably buy back the Plaguecrafter. Oh, he already had one. Okay, let's resolve that. Sacrificing Golgari Raiders, maybe. Yeah, because he's got a bigger one now. So definitely have to draw into settle. Maybe I could have used another settle. Nope, that's not a settle. That is not a settle. Yeah, no need to show him that. That's just a good game right there. Yeah, it didn't draw into the settle. So we're going on to game 3. It's a good thing we won that first game, but our opponent seems to have sided in more stuff against us. I'm assuming the Ritual Suit was sided in. So probably need some more earlier drops after all. So I'm gonna make some adjustments here. I think the Sunwing is probably not a good idea after all. Let's put back another Stalwart and let's bring back Healer's Hawk. Sworn Companions is a thing. Do I want more Conclave Tribunals? Maybe not really. I'll drop a Militia Bugler and put in another, either Conclave Tribunal or Pride. Let's just put another Conclave in. So I got the matchup I wanted to demonstrate, but well, at least the first game was good, and this one's a bit closer, I guess. I can only fault myself for keeping that hand. That one is really slow. Definitely playing first. So Hawk into Vanguard. Hopefully I could draw into a 2-drop. I'm definitely keeping this one because I have enough early action to go. And at least the Healer's Hawk won't die immediately. It'll die a turn later if he does have the Harpooner. Oh, Stitcher Supplier. What did he ditch? Merfolk, Golgari. Okay. So he's got 2 creatures in yard. If nothing happens to Healer's Hawk, I will get an attack. I will get additional buff, but probably shouldn't depend on that too much. Oh, there you go. Kral Harpooner. Kral Harpooner. Oh no, Knight of Malice. So I can only take it down in combat. So it's a good thing I didn't eliminate all of my. So definitely need another 3-drop. I would have wanted that, but that doesn't get it. Yeah. So got that. Let's keep swinging with the Healer's Hawk, I suppose. So I'm gonna be taking 3 damage a turn. There's no way around it for me, I guess. Midnight Reaper plus no blocks. I could. Let's go with the Leonin War Leader. Combat. At least this can block Knight of Malice more or less. Probably should also swing with the Vanguard at this point. If I can trade, I'll trade. Sure, I'm kind of beefing it up, but he doesn't have the Memorial to Folly just yet. Stitch more creatures though, so Golgari Raiders might be a problem. Am I willing to trade Bugler for the Reaper? Yeah. Okay, so War Leader dies. But it's back to the same question. Am I willing to make the trade? I probably am. Okay, got Stitcher Supplier. He's gonna ditch that. It's not gonna trade it though. That's, I suppose that's reasonable. So, okay, here we go. Play. Pride Mate. He does have Ritual Soot, so I'm gonna hold back. Combat. So gain. Take action. I think it hits converted mana cost, so that might be a problem. So at least I'm forcing trades. Not necessarily the ones I want, but I do need to trade. Sure, it makes his position better here, but him having a flooded board is just as bad as having a stacked graveyard. Okay, I could let's just hold back. Actually, now I noticed the color of the hexproof from white. It makes the one from Shalai slightly misleading. Okay, there's our tribunal target. He's getting an extra land. I suppose I could put this guy in Sultai Muldrota, but let's take a pass on that. Okay, kiss that Molder Hulk goodbye. Combat. Let's just attack this one. I could trade with both, but this guy's doing quite a decent job holding the fort back. I probably swing next turn though. Basically, next turn if he... I'm pretty sure he has something to wipe this board by now. Well, it doesn't have Find Finality yet. Does he have a Plague Crafter? No. Oh no. He doesn't have his Plague Crafters and whatnot. Ritual Soot, converted mana cost, so it wipes everything. Okay. Draws cards as a result. Okay. So play Healer's Hawk. That one's probably not gonna last. At least I can trigger Memorial later. This is a case where our opponent is not afraid to wipe the board. Resolves. Let's see what his next drop is. Glowspore Shaman. Okay, resolves. Let's check. Oop, just tossed us a bunch of lands. Still waiting for the Plague Crafter to come back. Golgari Findbroker. Okay, what? He's gonna get permanent. Let's see what his target is. He does. Oh, Golgari Raiders. So he's going for the big one. I still have to take out the Molder Hulk first. Bit of a shame. This doesn't have... Neither of them have trample, so at least I have to take that into account. Let's take out second Molder Hulk. I'm guessing an Excellence Binding would have fit this matchup after all. So we have a slight cushion, but that's gonna disappear really quickly. Well, it's 8/8 at least. Yep. Golgari Raiders for 8. It's gonna be taking a bunch of damage. I'll be taking 11 damage. So there goes half my life total. Ooh, even another... Yeah, yeah, he sideboarded well. Really needed another Excellence Binding. Come on, settle. I only have 2 copies though. Cleansing Nova would have been a good fit too, actually. Oh, he's got the Chupacabra there too, so I got Seal away. I need to hold these guys back though, that's a problem. So pass turn. At least I can remove one thing. Yeah, I have to hold these both back because he just buys back. Okay, maybe I might have an open board after all. So let's sack this one. So I can take... I barely get a cushion the next turn, so I might as well just block that one. I'm pretty much dead either turn, regardless of which one I block. And it's not the seal. Oh well, that was a good game. Opponent's probably not going to be afraid to attack. Well, though he did the smart thing and didn't send the entire board. Probably would have just sent the insects altogether. Even if he does a settle, he could sack some of them back. So, there you go. 1 win, 1 loss. Yeah, this game's much faster now. So, I guess... Wait, so I did get that 1 win at least. So, I have to note there's a weakness in the sideboard. It's designed for pinpoint against control. I have no outs against sweepers aside from the 2 settles. That might be a bit insufficient. I probably will fix the sideboard, just drop the Sworn Companions, add either another settle or just shove in the Cleansing Novas. That's probably my play. So, let's get in another match. I guess another thing I can do is, based on the previous match I did, I should add more armies in the can. I do have a slight life gain team. Dawn of Hope would be a good fit here actually. I'm depending on the life gain, but not enough to make good use of Resplendent Angel. I actually have a copy. I'm just not running it. Probably should have run. Well, that's a different deck altogether. It's more like white control rather than white weenie. Actually, yeah, if you saw the game yesterday, I won a... Okay, so Vanguard into Pridemate. Scary, but I'll risk it. Llanowar Elves. Oh no, Pelt Collector. This is gonna get out of hand quickly, especially if I keep drawing into lands. I really wish this was Healer's Hawk then. Probably the Hazada Marshals are not carrying their weight at all. So here comes a turn 2 creature. Definitely Untamed Kavu. So I'm definitely siding in bigger stuff now. This is probably mono green with a potential to ramp. Okay, there's the Healer's Hawk. I'm actually gonna play the Hawk first. Whoop, careful where I click. So I could just double block. Probably won't. I'll just absorb the damage. Ah, come on! I needed that. I'm guessing everyone and their mothers are playing Carl Harpoon. Oh well. That was a safe assumption. So guess no Pridemate for me. So taking even more damage. Yeah, this was a really bad hand to keep. It's just getting even worse. So let's play the Pridemate now. That was my plan. You just wrecked it. Probably gonna throw these guys under the bus. Opponent's curved out reasonably well. I've curved out reasonably well in terms of drawing lands, but I need action. Oh, there comes Steel. Okay, so this is a mono green build. This is probably the one I'm gonna investigate next. So let's just jump these two, because those two can't block anyway. So definitely siding in things like Settle. And so I'm definitely siding my removal package. Okay, that's enough. Concede on that one. Yeah, that was too fast. I got land flooded. So let's make the adjustment there before I have to show anything else to my opponent. So definitely more seal aways. Definitely the settles. I haven't seen enough to decide Ixalan's binding, but I will add the Conclave Tribunals. So that's 6 cards that are in. Need to drop some cards. Okay. 1 Militia. Sunhome Stalwart does well, so 1 of those. Probably just drop. Probably drop the Leonin Vanguards and. I'll keep the Leonin Vanguard because I can still gain health. I'll drop the Healer's Hawks for now. Probably a mistake. The Hazada, I said the Hazada Marshals aren't carrying their weight. Maybe this time they might because I'm gonna be on the play at least. So I need to catch up at least one game here. I would like to win this match. Not so sure if I can. I sure hope I packed enough removal. Yeah, definitely play first. Ooh. I am 1 land away. Risk of the century. I hate this. It'll be really sad if I lose out because of bad mulliganing decisions. So thankfully... Okay, we got Hazada Marshal, so we got some action. We do need another land next turn, or else we are in real trouble. Opponents also has a slightly slower keep. Okay, there's the Untamed Cavalry. It doesn't have the Pelt Collector this time. Nope, we are officially in trouble now. I guess I should bring this back up to 24 lands because I tend to keep siding out the 1-drops. I guess the actual plan is I should learn to side out things like Ajani and whatnot. He didn't play a 3rd land. Okay, there's the 3rd land. Let's see the Steel Leaf. Prow Harpooner. Okay, not Steel Leaf. I might have to play History of Benalia next turn if I can draw into a land. Okay, yeah. This is a bit anticlimactic. And it's gonna be really fast too. I guess this is just the end for me. So let's take the damage like a champ. Okay, there's our land. But what do I play? I can play History of Benalia. It will give me blockers. Actually, yeah, that's pretty much my choice. I'm gonna play the History of Benalia. Gets me a 2/2 blocker. Gets me another 2/2 blocker at least. So I'm literally just buying time. If anything bigger he drops, I can Conclave Tribunal. Okay, don't count me out just yet. But that was that was legitimately a bad keep. The third chapter is probably not gonna be relevant. So take even more damage. Let's see what this next card is. Hopefully it's something... Okay, it's a big Untamed Kavu. That's... Okay, that's a good candidate. The Militia Bugler would be nice, but I need to draw into land soon, so... Let's pay that. Let's pay everything. So, Conclave Tribunal nukes the Untamed Kavu. Actually, an interesting trick is I could just Conclave Tribunal this, then Conclave Tribunal the Conclave Tribunal. Just to get... But that's a lot of mana just to get more tokens. I'm hoping he'd trade. Yeah, I don't care about the third chapter at this point. Because I'm way too... I'm on the defensive stretch. I can't afford to swing back. There's the Trashing Brontodon that he doesn't quite need. Let's see. That's the only thing I got back. I can play a Militia Bugler, hope to draw into something. Mentor of the Meek, draw into something. Yeah, actually just play the Mentor of the Meek first. I need to start drawing into cards starting next turn. I'm curious. The problem with me taking out the Conclave Tribunal now is he could just trash. I'm hoping he'd sack it now, though there's no need for him to do so. Rabbit Bite. Okay, there goes that. Okay, no blocks. Still defensive, I guess. Waiting for him to play something big. Trashing Brontodon again. Yeah. So I'm hoping to draw into Settled. At least I got my mana up this time. So I could play Benelish Marshall, so I could double block. Yeah, I could just play the Benelish Marshall, force a double block. Militia Bugler to get me some more gas. Probably just play the second Mentor. I might actually just throw the Hazda Marshall under the bus now. Rapid Bite number 2. No, Pelt Collector. Okay, a bit late. Okay. Let's throw him. Let's throw this guy under the bus. Under the Brontodon. So, precarious life position. Okay, he's hands out. So, let's see. I can play a Johnny. I can get the Mentor back. That doesn't do anything for me. I can play Bugler. Won't be able to draw a card off it. I can play Pridemate. Draw a card. Okay, Hazda Marshall. Okay, that gives me more creatures. I have to throw it under the bus though, so there's that. Okay, another Conclave Tribunal. Need to convince my opponent to. Well, I can double block one of these guys. Just take damage from the Pelt Collector, I suppose. Okay. Crawl Harpooner. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Well, except buff the Pelt Collector. So I'll be taking 5 damage if I try to double block. Yeah, he has to do that because that's how the math goes. So this is probably a good game already, unless I can draw into a Settle. Nope, no Settle. So I can Militia Bugler into Benelish Marshall. I guess I'll do that. It'll also give me a 3/4 to block for 1 turn. Let's take the Pridemate. Shame I'm passing the Seal Aways. Actually, it's not so good either because I will take 3 damage. Basically, okay, Pelt Collector number 2, that's okay. Basically, what will happen is I can block this one with this one, but as soon as the Marshal dies, and he will die, he dies too. So I have to do the block that kind of makes sense. So I'm gonna go down to 2. Yeah, deck needs more Settle. Oh, enters the battlefield or dies. Legion's Landing is not gonna do it for me. Actually, it might. It might give me another turn at least. So here's the thing. Pride Mate is only converted mana cost of 2. That's basically the Hazda Marshals. Well, let's just throw the Pride Mate. So way too defensive. Yeah, these guys did the number. I can play this for sacrifice, but I'll end up tapping out. Yeah, just basically trying to survive as long as I can. So here comes the blocks. I have to block these two. Because that is the only way the lifelink will matter. Actually, he could have sacrificed this. The lifelink wouldn't have. Then I would have died. That was one way out of the lifelink game. A moment of triumph, but I need something. Oh wait. I'm still gonna die though. That's worth a shot. Now take 3 damage. Return target creature. Let's return the Pride Mate.
Fight again.
Yeah, pass the turn. I only got one trick up my sleeve, but I don't think it's not gonna be enough to keep me alive. So yeah. Yep, that's good game. That's all I got. Yeah, that's me conceding. So, oh well. So basically, 2 back-to-back decisions in this third game kind of ruined this last one. It's a bit of a shame. It's kind of anticlimactic. Okay. Guess that's good enough. I guess I'm 45 minutes in. So I guess I'll claim my 1 win. Okay, got a nice rare. I take it back. I got a rare, but it's not that nice. Okay, let's claim those. Let's crack open this pack 2 while I'm at it. I'm probably gonna just I'm gonna take this deck out for 1. Ooh, nice Thief of Sanity. You know what? I'm gonna take this deck out for 1 more spin. Let's try it on competitive play. Hopefully, I don't run into a Nexus of Fate deck. Let's just see if we can get this one rolling. Probably my changes here would be Cleansing Novas, settle the wreckages. So yeah, I'm basically gonna drop some of the dead cards from my sideboard. More importantly, I'm gonna bring this back up to 25 lands. Actually, no, 24. I'm gonna bring this back up. I'm running a 23 land deck right now. This one, yeah, it's okay. Keep this. Only on the back of having enough action. So let's see the things that work. Healer's Hawk worked. This guy did not work. So this one's probably going to be dropped. Could use another mana, but at least if I can keep gaining. Or at the least, this guy's going to eat a Lightning Strike. Woo! Tree Jeskai. I'm assuming there's a Teferi somewhere in the future. Okay. Just a strike. 3rd land, that's good. I'll probably play Mentor first. Probably gonna eat the Justice Strike too, but can't be helped. At least I want to get as much removal out of my opponent's hand as possible. Okay, scratch that. So 2 or less. Definitely playing the Hazda Marshal. Kinda want to draw into a 4th land. Sinister Sabotage. Okay, there goes that plan. And he ditched the Sacred Foundry, so let's go. Let's swing in at least. Well, I'm not too unhappy that he decided to counter that one. Okay, potential settle. So I'm gonna refresh the deck with. I'm gonna refresh the deck with Militia Bugler at least. Let's see if this has another counter spell. Nope. Okay. Top 4. Let's get the Sunhome Stalwart. Yes, I want to draw a card. Legion's Landing is perfect. So something's fishy. I'm just gonna attack with Healer's Hawk. Respect the 4 mana. Though it's probably gonna just get sealed away or some sort of burn spell. Additionally, respecting might not be a good idea if he just cleansing Novas on turn 5. Oh no, he's going for Opt. This might be the 1000-Year deck. No, 1000-Year. Yeah, 1000-Year Storm. That's the name of the card. Though, at this point, I think he's just cycling. Come on. Please no Cleansing Nova. At least I want to get flipped Legion's Landing. The Fairy. Okay, that's not bad.
We need to move quickly.
Also, timing's a bit bad in my opinion. So he gets to untap 2 lands. Okay, got another land here. So that's actually quite good. Because I can play Legion's Landing. Get my token. Yeah. Pay 1 mana, draw a card. Play Conclave Tribunal. Tap with this one, and tap with everyone else. Targeting Teferi. Then attack with all. Even if I lose any of these guys, I'm perfectly fine. So, okay. He might still have a settle. Though I think pulling the trigger on Teferi might have been a bad idea in his case. So, still not gonna empty my board out. Actually, I want to hold this back. I need to decide if I want to draw cards or attack. So, attack. So I'm willing to attack with just these guys. Oh, he doesn't have the settle. He's definitely gonna have it next turn though. So I'm not gonna use Archer for. Okay, Crackling Drake. X equals 4. Draw a card, sure. Three mana. Attack. And combat. Okay. Draw a card. Well, make a token, draw a card. It's kind of the same thing. Hazda Marshal. What I really want to do is draw into something big. Or some sort of removal at least. So I'm going to play the Hazda Marshal. So I'm gonna tap this one to draw a card. Seal away is good. Probably just attack with the tokens, I suppose. I'm actually gonna attack with the Healer's Hawk. I'm gonna throw it away. Basically, try to encourage him to attack. There you go. That's a good boy. So I'm leaving myself enough mana to... So our opponent's still going for the 1000-Year Storm plan, so... At least that's my assumption based on the cards he has. So I definitely want to get Ixalan's Binding up. He doesn't have enough creatures to merit Settle the Wreckage. So Sealaways are probably gonna... Actually, Sealaways might have to go too. So let's see the 1000-Year Storm drop. Nope, search for Ascanta. That's okay. Still want him to attack, but actually at this board state, he's not gonna attack. But he doesn't have the mana for, yeah. The way his mana is tapped, he doesn't have Settle the Wreckage. So I guess he blocks on a 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is it. Let's attack with all. Yep, good game. Though you were kinda telegraphing it based on the mana tap. So he might still have a burn spell. Though we kinda dodged that bullet here. I just noticed that the city's blessing flickers a little bit. So let's make some adjustments. Seal Away's out. Tribunal's in. Ixalan's Binding in. Sunwing doesn't... Yeah, that's it. So my sideboard... Keeping the 1 drops. Let's drop a Sunhome Stalwart. Actually, I'll drop 2 of them. And a Militia Bugler. So I'm preserving all the 1 drops here. That's another thing I learned from the previous matchup. I have to assume that our opponent's gonna start bringing in even more burn. Though I would have assumed that our opponent would have a lot of burn already to begin with. I'm also making the assumption that it's 1000-Year Storm, despite the only based on the number of cantrips he has. Opt, Revitalize. So we got another Dream Hand, Legion's Landing into Pridemate. I'm gonna keep that. Okay. If he's got blue mana up, I have to assume he's got a counter spell, creature counter. So I'm gonna place. Okay, there you go. Okay, still play the land. Okay, the Healer's Hawk. Basically, I'm loading up the board this time. He's gotta decide if he... Okay, he's not... He probably has an opt if he's... Well... Okay, he's gonna counter this one now. There. Well, at least I got the board slightly filled. So he's loaded up on cheap counters. I still need another land. Actually, I need to get at least 2 more lands next turn. I'm not getting them. Vanguard. Let's play the Stalwart first. Just gonna eat the counter. Counter or burn spell. So definitely attack with both. He might have a Seal Away. There you go. Seal Away on Healer's Hawk. Opting. Okay. Still need to draw into lands. Okay, is it Guildgate? Not drawing into lands yet. Okay, let's play this one. This one's definitely gonna get... Oh! Coast is clear. He might still have Cleansing Nova next turn or Settle the Wreckage this turn. So I still have to respect him. He can't play I don't think he'll play Teferi. I was gonna say that I doubt he was gonna play Teferi because... Oh, he can play Teferi for that, so I think he has the second one in hand. Or he's kinda desperate. Okay, got our 3rd land, so we're not desperate anymore. So... Again, need to respect, so I'm gonna hold back a bit. So I'm gonna send this guy here. Send this guy here.
That was uncalled for.
Okay. Come on, Cleansing. Oh no, it's Crackling Drake. Another mana would allow me to Ixalan's Binding that one, I guess. Do I dare try? I'm gonna try. Oh, it worked. So, unfortunately, this is a bit of a non-bow without pump. But this is a good combo with this guy now, so at least I managed to dig myself out of that problem. So this one's not quite part of competitive constructed, but I guess you could say that this that our weak spot is really just the mid game. Okay, if he draws, okay, he draws and untaps. He's representing settle, especially. Well, he's gonna untap that one. He has to represent settle and concede. He had me scared for a minute there, to be fair. Well, at least I do. At least I thank him for saving me a bit of the trouble, I suppose. So, Fire Fist Adept. Okay. So, I guess that's it for this deck. So, please stand by. We're going to take a bit of a short break and we're going to take a look at how to adjust the deck. That one's a lot faster. It's pretty much all on the sideboard, a little bit on the main board. So, stand by. I'll be right back. I really need to change my hotkeys for pausing. Anyway, so this is the deck we came into, and we're going to make some changes. So we're going to copy this deck. Actually quite surprised that the deck was relatively cheap. So we're going to make some changes here. First off, these guys underperformed. Let's put in some cards that actually perform better. So let's bring in the Dauntless Marsh. Well, we have two choices. I want the Dauntless Bodyguard actually serves a double purpose. It does protect some of our bigger creatures. I can also do my other mainstay, which is Sky Marcher Aspirant. But let's do a check. Converted mana cost of 1. I could try Sparring. I could try the Sparring Construct. It's a 1/1 that when it dies, it buffs. It's actually a decent combo if you can get it to die when you have Sunhome Stalwart on the board. Actually, that might not be such a bad idea. Because if you think of it, our 1-drops not so great. I guess the alternative is just to bring up the Healer's Hawks to 4. Hunted Witness, also respectable because in dice it creates a 1/1. Both him and the 1/1 can be buffed, and you should expect your guys to die quite a lot. Hunted Witness is an option too. Between that and the Sparring Construct, that's an interesting question. Rustwing Falcon's also another possibility if you're going for the flyer route. Snubhorn Sentry also works, especially. This one actually works quite great as well. I just didn't get that many copies. Actually, this one's quite decent as a sideboard option. So, remember I have these guys are not so great. This guy's great. So I need to buff my. Sideboard. I never got to play Pride of Conquerors that much. I'm probably gonna drop those. So take that. I'm gonna cut the seal away. I don't think 4 is the correct number, especially if I'm running 4 Conclave. I will put 2 Cleansing Novas in though. So Snubhorn Sentry is a good, especially if your opponent's kinda aggro. This one's actually a good sub in, especially against that green-black matchup. And the mono-black matchup, it would have held up a bit. So I'm actually making the deck cheaper by dropping these guys. But you know what? I think I like the synergy of the Sparring Construct better. So, okay, let's bring back Spar. Sparring Construct. So when it dies, put a +1/+1 counter. So that one's also another way to go to. Actually, you have options between that and between that one and the Hunted Witness. You have actually plenty of options for the 1-drop slot. Alternatively, you could drop the Sunhome Stalwart package altogether, but I still think it's quite worth it. Actually, another thing to note is I could also streamline the deck to have more soldiers. Make soldiers. Leonid Vanguard's a soldier. The vampires are not soldiers, but we can leave those guys alone. Pridemate is a soldier. Benelish Marshal is a knight. I'm keeping the History Benalia only because I had it. But another option here, actually a better option, especially with the would-be Radiant Destiny. All you have to do is just say soldier and we're good. So let's just put about one, and just put one of those in. I will drop the history altogether. So between that and the war leader, those guys get buffed. Lyra is okay. Actually, Lyra can go into the sideboard at this point. Probably a third settle or a cleansing nova. I'll just put in a third settle for now. So we got that. It could actually be a replacement to Benelish Marshal, actually. So yeah, let's put in 2 Radiant Destinies, drop the Benelish Marshal. I guess at this point we can do Hunted Witness. And the reason for that, sure, he himself is not a soldier, but the token that comes with it is. So we can do that instead. So this is basically a soldier build at this point. Still going to keep these. In fact, the only thing this guy can't get would be Mentor of the Meek and the War Leaders. So this is actually a better trade-off. So yeah, this is how I would adjust the deck now. Sunwing is a bit iffy, but I guess it's fine. I guess you could also just drop this in favor of, what do you call that? Yeah, drop this in favor of Cleansing Novas. That's also another option. I would be game with that too. So yeah, this is how I would rebuild the deck. So this is Tactical Assault version 3.0. More soldiers. So let's automatically group those cards and analyze this deck now. So definitely want to save this deck. Curious about the price. Hey guys, guess what? This one's really cheap. Actually, if you think of it, common, uncommon, common, uncommon, only 4 rare. Okay, 4 rares among the creatures. Everything else is common or uncommon. Ajani's probably the only. Ajani and Lyra, only mythics. Only rare lands would be Arch of Araska, and this one's dropped in stock recently. Conclave Tribunal's a staple. So yeah, this is how I should have done it. What was I thinking? Anyway, can't complain anymore. So that is how this deck's gonna be. Yeah, why didn't I think this one through? Yeah, got too cute with one strategy. I don't need it to be repeatable. I just need it to be reliable. So there you go. Bit of a wash, but guess what? We learned a lot from it, and I'm willing to go for this one. Though I'm still waiting for. I guess it's sealed, so I probably will be doing a lot of drafts at this point. Anyway, that's it for this episode of MTG Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications. Leave a comment. Let me know how I could have done better. I'm probably gonna rewatch the game to see how I could have done better in the second match. I think some mistakes were definitely made. Also, I could use some primers because right now my sideboard is definitely primed to switch towards control. I guess our aggro's a little bit more resilient now, but I could use some more options. What other aggro options could I use? Also, maybe I should just put the Sparring Construct in altogether. What would I drop for that? Please let me know in the comments. And thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time.